So I want to share something that ends up being pretty black and white at the end of the day as it relates to sustainability and scalability within an organization around human development. So a lot of times when I'm in these conversations, people are either already doing certain initiatives that are moving this work forward and are struggling with how to build consistency and put that work foundationally, or it's kind of in the pipeline where they know it's important, but they're trying to kind of navigate and to continue to think about how do we do it. And one of the big pieces that I've noticed, no matter what industry it is, what level it is, if the leader is not leading that work, it will never stick. I've seen it where HR departments are in charge of it. I've seen it in education where student services are in charge of it. I've seen it in organizations when certain managers or departments are doing pockets of the work. I've seen it in schools where guidance counselors are the ones who are moving the work forward. I've seen it where certain individuals from like a very foundational level are trying to move it forward. I've seen it where districts or state, even at the state level, certain divisions are trying to move the work forward. And while it's great, while it is getting to those direct people, it doesn't actually infiltrate the rest of the system. It doesn't get to the foundation. It doesn't become core in the culture. It doesn't become a foundation through which everyone functions and operates, and systems are created and protocols and all the things, when the leader is not leading that work. That's really, 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 really important. All the times that I've seen this work scale, become sustainable, become the foundation, whether you're in a meeting with the CEO or the leader of the organization, or you're in a meeting with just a random team and there's just consistency in how people treat one another, protocols that they follow, how you can just feel and tell, it is because the leader is leading the work. Because the leader has so much say and so much direction around what is prioritized, what's being valued, what systems, protocols, processes are taking place, how they're taking the rest of their team and having them oversee people. All of the things that you see show up are simply a byproduct of what the leader is putting focuses on. That is why when it comes to this work, we need to make sure leaders are part of that process, that they're looped in, that they're understanding, and that they're looking through the organizational lens to say, how does this just become the foundation of what we do? I get that it can start in different pockets. I get that it can sometimes be pushed in a certain silo, but it isn't a silo. This work is human development. This work is foundational. You're interacting and you're around humans at every entry point as a leader. And that's one of the biggest pieces. So I really challenge and I really encourage all leaders, if you're getting things related to human development, emotional intelligence, all of these skills, or what people would like to call soft skills, if these things are showing up, don't push them in a pocket. I really invite you to think about that for yourself and think about how that looks for you all organizationally. Because when it happens through you as a leader, that is when it just exists. And you all know what I'm talking about. When you walk into the space, when you walk into an organization, when you walk into meetings, when you see interactions, when you see relationships, and you just feel it. Why? It's because the leader has set that culture and that tone.